Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the collective tarot for today. Today is Tuesday, May 6, 2025. You may follow me on the Talk, the Tube, the Lemonade, the Blue Sky Social, the Pinterest, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Link is, as always, in the bio. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, we love that for you. Whatever does not, please just leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. You don't need to do that to yourself. We got Intuitive City Oracle, Rob Berthelman, intuitiveintention.com, or you can find his decks in the TikTok shop. And I think he does lives now. I don't know if he teaches on there or teaches tarot or something. I don't know. But he does lives. Maybe he's just doing sales or something. I don't know. We got one major in the reverse. That's our first card on the table. Okay. 2 cards on the table. 2 major. 1 major in reverse. Three cards on the table. 2 major. 1 major in reverse. Ooh, baby. 4 cards on the table, 2 major, 1 in reverse. 5 cards on the table, 3 major, 1 in reverse. Interesting. Is that what I'm supposed to take from it? Because that's what I'm taking from it. I just heard yes. Six cards on the table, 4 major, 1 major in reverse. It's 2 more shuffles. 7 on the table. I can't see what it is. Y'all, seriously, 7 cards on the table, 5 major cards, 5 major arcana. One of those major arcana in reverse. What the last shuffle? Eight cards on the table. 6 major arcana. 1 major arcana in reverse. Last shuffle. Last shuffle. Last call. Last call. Last call for alcohol. Just, what is it? Last call for alcohol. Just give me a whiskey and beer. Is that what it is? Y'all. Oh. All right. Let me look at the top of the deck. I always look at the top of the deck. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. I don't know who this is for, and it could be vice versa. Someone is manifesting for balance with a hermit, and this could be a Queen of Wands figure in the upright, not in the reverse, or this Queen of Wands in the upright is manifesting for balance, equal give and take with a hermit. Take how it resonates, y'all. Take how it resonates. All positive stuff up there. Ace of Wands, Last Judgment, Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands with the Queen of Wands. Interesting. Yeah. Either this Queen of Wands wants a new beginning, or someone wants a new beginning with them. All right, I'm going to set this over here. We've got 9 on the table with bottom of the deck. We've got the Hierophant in reverse. Rebellion. I'm going to say them. We got the Moon. Unveiled Truce. 9 of Pentacles. Self-sufficiency. We got 8 of Cups. Spiritual growth. Okay, I feel like I got to sneeze. We got the Lovers. Partnership. That's right. We've got the High Priest. Intuition. I think it's funny that we got the High Priest and the Hierophant out here. Okay. We've got the Devil. Self-addictions. We've got Justice. Karma. I haven't said that like that in a while. Karma. And bottom of the deck, 3 of Pentacles. Collaboration. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. It really doesn't matter. Could this lover situation be like a work situation or something like that? For sure. For sure it could. But that's not at all what I'm getting. So what I'm seeing, what I saw when these first 5 cards came out, the Hierophant in reverse, the Moon, the 9 of Pentacles, the 8 of Cups, the Lovers. I'm going to say it like that from now on. The Lovers. I don't want to say that they're completely like unhealed, but this would be someone possibly healing, or not. And I'm not really getting like, I'm not really, I mean, I know the Devil's out here, but let me, when the first 5 cards came out, I'm getting somebody that doesn't believe in God. Okay. I'm getting somebody that doesn't really believe in religion, doesn't really believe in spirituality. Whoever this person is with the 9 of Pentacles, this is someone that, to me, comes off as a very reliable human, like a really reliable, dependable source, I guess you would say. That's why, like, I'm like with the Devil card and the self-addictions, like I'm gonna need to look at that for a minute, because I'm not really seeing technically anything bad. The only thing that I'm seeing is whoever this is they're not, okay, let me say something else. This person might not believe in good, but they might believe in evil. Like this might be like, like if you consider yourself a light worker, this would be a dark worker. When I talk about hoodoo, voodoo, BS, this person would probably be into hoodoo, voodoo, BS. This person would be into using my precious moon for bad. How bad could it be? I mean, I don't know. This could be somebody that goes into work, and this is just an example, but this could be like somebody that goes into work and they pitch a proposal to their boss, and their boss is like, well, thanks for pitching the proposal, I'm gonna pitch it, and da 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 da. And you're like, wait a minute. And this person is like, wait a minute, like that was my idea. And the boss is like, well, you'll get the next one, which damn well it's never gonna happen. So the person watches their boss walk off into the sunset with their idea, and they turn around and they're like, well, I'm going to curse that mofo. Like, I'm going to put a curse on them. Like, I'm going to get me some graveyard dirt. I'm going to get me some water in a bucket. I'm going to freeze me some hair in a jar. Like, I'm not going to lie, it gives off that kind of energy. Like somebody naughty. somebody not quite on the up and up. The other thing that I'm seeing with the Hierophant in reverse and the moon is somebody realizing, oh, this is like you're doing this to kill me. I can tell. Somebody is realizing they're supposed to be in a connection with another person, but they're realizing that they're like of the dark and this person is of the light, and they don't understand. They're like, I don't understand why you're putting me with this. Like, why am I attracted and want to be with this light worker when I'm like, of the dark? The thing is, whether this person likes it or not, with the Eight of Cups, it's going to lead to some type of spiritual. I don't want to say that they're going to transition or transform fully, but there might be a newfound respect for the light, if that makes sense. Like this dark worker is going to realize, like, maybe it's not all so bad to be good sometimes, right? To not cast that spell on your boss. That's a dipshit. Like maybe you don't have to wish death on people, Like there's going to be some type of growth with this person. Like they're just going to, like I said, they might not fully give up like their dark side. And again, we all technically have like a light and dark side. You technically should, right? Your shadow side. But this, you guys know that's not what I'm talking about. Like this person is, they're a little dark. But when they get together with this light worker, I think they're going to maybe be more gray. We always say like there's a white witch and a dark witch and a gray witch, maybe, or a warlock, right? I don't know why I keep looking at my I think it's a watercolor that she did of my wolf. I keep looking at it. I don't know why. Don't look at me. Yeah, see, because when I look at the devil card, I'm not really getting, I mean, it says self addictions, right? In the reverse is empowerment. So, really, when you think about the devil card, it's really just. whoever this person is, it's really just someone like they don't want to they like they're open, they're amiable to some give and take, right? In regards to their darkness and this other person's lightness, their light, the dark worker, the light worker, like they're open to some like leeway, some give and take. The High Priest card to me just gives that this was always supposed to happen. This was always supposed to happen. And one of these people might have known like this was going to happen before the other one. One of them might have awakened to who they are before the other one, if that makes sense. So like let's say the dark worker has okay, let me put labels on it so we understand, okay? I'm just going to use hetero norms. I'm going to put labels on it. Don't be mad at me. So let's say the dark worker is male, okay? And let's say the light worker is female. Let's say that dark worker knew, that male dark worker knew when he was like 10 that he had warlocky vibes, right? Like dark witchy warlocky vibes. And let's say this this feminine light worker didn't realize until she was 30. You know what I mean? There's catch up there. Because if this person realized sooner and this person didn't, but they're going to come together when they both realize who and what they are. Because again, they're going to come together and they're going to kind of learn from each other. Because if this dark witch, warlock, whatever, takes on some of this light worker's vibes, this light worker is going to take on some of those darker vibes too. Let's just be honest. I just heard there's ways to get around things. Touche. Technically, you can do certain things that would be considered dark, but do it in a roundabout way. Like, okay, like we'll just use this as a little example. Like calling for judgment. If somebody does something for you, you can call for judgment on that. However, when you do that, there can be repercussions from that, right? You can spin it and make it not so repercussion-y, make it not so dark in nature, like, oh, you're calling judgment. And you can say, listen, God, if you know this person to be guilty of what they did to me, please, will you call judgment on this person? Like, there's ways to get around certain things. I'm of the firm belief that everything falls back onto God. God is going to make that judgment on anything and everything. And they're going to enact the karma, the justice, or angels will, or ancestors will, right? Your dearly departed loved ones, as it were. There's two birds out there. I can't tell if they're like in love or if they hate each other. The tree in the backyard is starting to bloom. I'm so excited. I think she blooms like pink. I know I have a picture somewhere of her with her pink blooms. I know I keep calling her a her. I think it's a her. I really do. I think the tree is a her. There's ways to get around that. So Yeah, like in my mind, these two people will feed off of each other. But I think one is going to be good for the other, and then the other one, I mean, they're still going to be good for the light worker. It's just, you know, going to make that light worker a little spicy. And again, I always say, like, as long as you're not harming yourself or others, but here's the thing, and I don't condone, like, harming others. But again, there's ways to get around that. There are ways to get around that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Don't come after me. I'm just saying. I'm a light worker in this time. I am. I am. But if some big old dark witch or warlock were to walk into my life and make all my dreams come true, um, mm, mm, yeah. This was all meant to be, y'all. Justice, karma, Three of Pentacles, collaboration. Like this, I'm telling you, this was all meant to be. This is like this is this is like ultimate twin flame. This is like twin flame on steroids. This is like the twin witches. Yep. It's like the twin witches. Seriously. Like this is it right here. Because this is like God throwing that, dark worker and that light worker together and saying, "Hey, let's see what happens," and there also could be past life connections here, definitely, because in another lifetime, the light worker could have been a dark worker, the dark worker could have been a light worker, or they could have had nothing to do with like witchery or anything like that. It could have been like just, two average Joes coming together as twin flames, healing each other, getting into a healing connection. I love it. I love it. And when I say ultimate twin flame, like it really does give that vibe. It gives that vibe of like, okay, okay, don't hate me for saying this, but I'm going to say it. Everybody's watched Twilight, right? Everybody has watched Twilight. Tell me you've all watched Twilight. Okay. Laurent, right? Played by the black actor from the show House. And Bella, right? Played by Kristen, whatever her name is. Why can't I remember her last name all of a sudden? I want to say Swanson, and that is not it. Anywho, Laurent and Bella getting together. That would have been spicy. Because he was more of like that, and I don't want to say evil vampire. I mean, he did what he was supposed to do, He drank blood from people. That's, you know what I mean? Whereas Edward's family tried not to do that, They lived off of animals because they thought it was more humane. Um but yeah, it would be like Bella getting together with Laurent instead of Edward. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he's like that dark, spicy vampire, and she's gonna be that cutesy good vampire. Like it would have made, like it kind of remind like. Okay, all right, you're probably all cringing in your seats right now. Why does she have to bring up Twilight? Now I want to go watch it. Honestly, I really, so the books were the best. The books were the best in my opinion, better than the movies. However, I love the first movie, and I can watch the last movie, the absolute last movie, and be quote unquote fine with it. But all the ones in between, like I don't know, there's something about all of them that I find, like I always find something wrong with the movie. I don't know. The first one and the last one. And I think there's five, right? Because they split the last book into two, right? I think. Anyway. Okay, I'll stop with the Twilight. But that's what it gives. It gives some type of like ultimate like you would not think God would put these two together, and God's like, "Nope. They are going to be the perfect match for each other." Like fire and ice. Fire and ice. Mhm. It's kind of funny because, I mean, I'm a light worker, but I tend to like fire. Oh, maybe the dark worker is ice, right? I'm just saying. Yeah, so whoever this dark worker is with the Hierophant in reverse and the moon, like this is someone that, like I said before, like they're trying to rebel against this connection. But they know, they know. And like I said, there's going to be something really, I just heard redeeming about this connection. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there. I love it. I think it's great. Again, you can liken the lovers to a job situation, but I'm telling y'all, like, that is not at all what's going on here. Like, I don't even want to talk about a job situation. Like, to me, that's not even, to me, that's not even happening. I'm just saying. I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonated for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you found it entertaining. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.